Okay, that looks good. Alrighty. It lags so bad compared to Discord. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, and then let's see about Nasdaq here. So I'm trying to figure out if there's like a possibility it's going to try to push up higher. I don't think so, based on like looking at the previous swings here. But there is a big open loop here, so you got strong high. Definitely want to watch out for that. But oh, the gap situation on ES. Ooh, this is beautiful actually. So price here and close there. It's a Tuesday. So yesterday, Nasdaq filled this gap. And then we have the open loop down there. So I think ES is going to be the leader probably here, but we have 1, 2, 3 pushes down. I don't know. What do you guys think here? This is kind of a little bit of a tough one. It's not as like cut and dry on the hourly, on the higher time frames here. The daily chart seems pretty clear, like it's going to continue to expand downward, but the hourly not so much. Okay. All right, it's all set. Ready? As far as like levels on here, I don't really see anything that really stands out to me that's like near price other than way up here. I don't think price is going to just jet all the way up there though. So it's going to go 10-minute. And on the 10-minute, it already redelivered to the upside. So I think, if we can find an area in here, in this wick here on the lower time frame, look for failure swing up. Like a little fake out move here, up into this area up here. I think that's gold. I think I want to be shorting in this area up here. Above this high, obviously the plan's cooked, and then we'd have to go back to the drawing board. But as far as that, I like that. I think that's gonna be my go-to plan here. Let's same thing on ES here. What do you guys think? Yeah, you like the morning streams? I do too. It's just really easy, dude, compared to like trying to do it during Asia session. Like streaming wise, it's just a lot easier because my price is actually moving. Like it's easier to showcase my trading skills, I guess I should say. So we did drop down into this gap, oddly enough, last night, but it's an RTH gap, right? So it still stays on our chart. Okay, so now let's find that lower time frame area here. I ended up breaking and bought the premium trading view. I couldn't take it anymore. It's just not being able to drop down. Okay, so this kind of area up here, we can go and delete that. I don't really need that on my chart. Okay. Okay, where does price need to redeliver up here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 candles in a row from this area up here. So I'm gonna say this doji here is probably not a bad if price does get up there. It's a big if though. I don't think that would be bad. Price did redeliver to the low of this, but hasn't gone half back this area. But I don't think it's quite the failure swing level. Yeah, it's not quite there. It's close. Yeah. All right, let's check ES out. Yeah, you guys like them? Good. Hopefully they're value too. It's just way easier for me to showcase my trading skills when the price actually moves. I love Asia session. I like trading. It's a good for me to trade, but it's definitely hard to stream. Have to like force trades and shit. Okay, so same thing with ES here. We have like, all these candles in a row from this area and it hasn't been redelivered. So Let's go ahead and draw some lines from there. We got 4 minutes here. Yeah, I would love if price swings up. This could be a broadening formation. We don't want to sleep on the fact that this could be a broadening formation here. Higher time frame broadening formation. And then what does price do when it gets into this gap? Would be another thing to look for. Looks pretty bearish at the moment though. Does anyone know what was up with the news this morning? If it was came out bullish or bearish? I don't think it really matters all that much, but all right, we got the levels, we got the plan. Plan is to hopefully see price spike up. And then if it does, if like, let's say it just goes straight down, my plan is going to be to look for, like one of the easy money kind of opportunities that we've been kind of trading. Ooh, moved up. Okay. So that could be taken as bullish because it means more rate cuts. Okay, so we don't have a cracking correlation in terms of sessions here. Something to note. But we do have one on this high up here, so we have a cracking correlation on that high. So that's bearish. Did we have one at the low here? No, we did not. So that's leaning a little bit bearish. I feel like I'm kind of lacking levels on the downside for Nasdaq here. So we have the gap. And then there's also a little bit of that, I think it's a new week opening gap, a little bit of that left open there. So if Nasdaq drops here, I think it's going to be a pretty big drop. Or moving towards a recession. Yeah, I think they're obviously trying to force it into one. Seems like to me. And we have this area as balance. And then obviously this area down here. Shit, 1 second here. Just want to make sure these gaps are right on. Yeah, why is this gap? Why is this one down there? There's not a gap there. That one's right. Okay. All right. It is game time. Hopefully get the spike up. All right. There's the opening here. Hopefully we get the spike up. That'd be very nice. So far, so good. The only thing I have like concern about taking the short up here is like if this is a broadening formation, which it does look like it. All right. So far, so good. Probably should have went long there, shit, right? If we knew prices, I got to start doing that. If I know, if I have a good idea that price is going to go up, I need to be like taking advantage of that. Because a lot of times I just sit there and wait, even though I know where price is going and how it's going to get there. It's just a matter of, I guess, an entry, I guess. This could also be a broad information here. I always look for these at the opening, like they're pretty common. So this could also be one. I don't think that this, I think it tapped into this wick here. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be it though. Could be, but I don't think so. Okay. Getting there. So we really just want like a perfect touch here. I don't really want the halfback would be cool, but I'd rather just see the perfect touch there. So we can delete that. That's definitely not the broad information. Cracking correlation there. Very close to double top. Yeah, it just doesn't quite, it's close, but it just doesn't quite meet the criteria for the double top. And something else is like neither of these have taken out either side of the pre-market area either. So I definitely think that's something though. I think I need to change the pre-market time. I don't think it starts till 5:30. Let me Google it real quick. Market time. No, that's right. It's actually earlier than that. I didn't realize it started at 4 a.m. It's actually right there. It'd be the same low though. All right, so price is now kind of like showing some rejection here. I actually watched a pretty cool video where a guy was breaking down like the different openings and their characteristics. Have you guys seen that video? It's floating around on Twitter. It's actually pretty interesting. Yeah, like take characteristics like if it interacts with the opening price a bunch of times, it kind of like bounces back and forth. Um, that can be an indication of like a certain type of opening where it's more likely to chop around and then eventually choose a direction. Yeah, didn't even get into that at all. Just closed in that there wasn't an open loop there or anything, so I don't think that's it. Um, oh, I forgot about the previous day's opening price. Okay, so I forgot about the gap. Okay, so we have a gap, which this also lines up with the gap. So this is actually good. Let's find the 4 p.m. price though. Because technically the market closes at 4 p.m., even though it shows there 4:14. So it's actually right. I guess it'd be right. Being asked to figure out sometimes. So 359. So that bam, 4 would be that low right there. Damn, it looks like we're not going to get that push up like I wanted. Like an opening range trap. Okay. I haven't studied that, so I can't speak on it, but. All right, there we go. Pushing back up. Like redelivery is king. Like as long as you keep that in your mind, it should help you with patience. All right, so there went to the 4 p.m. price there. Let's see if it's going to push up and close this loop in. A low time frame loop there. Very aggressive there. Come on, you can do it. There it is. All right, now we just want to see rejection, so I have somewhere to put my stop. There it is. It is very volatile. Risking a little bit more than I would like to on it. All right, I'm taking one off right there. Bam, guys, let's go. Pop, pop. Can't fuck with it. You can't fuck with it. Gap filled. The exact area, the exact area I laid out tapped into, like to the tick. Now let's see. So we do have a cracking correlation there. Let's see if it's going to stop here. If it's going to try to, because there's a chance that this is a broadening formation here. So there's a chance that it could try to push higher. We scaled out. The trade is risk-free now. It's super risk-free. Can't lose on it. It's guaranteed winning trade. No, I don't look at VWAP. Nah. It's all this, dude. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see it. That's as big as it gets. It's all redelivery, dude. That's all I care about. Everything else to me is just like I've tried all that shit, and it's just very flip floppy, I guess you could say. Yeah, it happens so fast. You got to be careful if you're in like a trailing drawdown account that can kill you. Yeah, you definitely have to be on a lower time frame if you're in a trailing drawdown situation. All right, so I really like how ES rejected here and put in the double top right here. I really like this. We just need ES to lead Nasdaq downward now. So I've made sure not to trade this account without you guys. This is the same evaluation I started with on Sunday. It's the same account. I just wanted to like go from like starting the eval, passing the eval, getting the payout. We'll just go all the way through. Yeah, but it's not that hard to get past it, right? Like you just have to be quick to scale out. Yeah, I don't know if I would be trading the opening. I'd probably wait a little bit if it was a funded account. But that was a clean rejection there. Kind of my entry is a little bit late. I think I would have liked to enter in like 45. Yeah, it would be a little bit more concerned, I guess. Like a little quicker to just get out. Especially in that situation. All right, so we got to watch this area here. This is a strong low here. But ES should lead us down to the promised land to fill the gap. It has no interest in filling its gap to the upside. Nah, it didn't get there. Still got to watch this here because it's closed in this low time frame loop, right? Yeah, low time frame loop there. It's closed that in. Once resistance, flip support. So you got to watch out for another push up here. But ES should lead us to the promised land, I believe. Because it's Nasdaq's just going to follow ES. And then hopefully I can pass this evaluation. And then we'll wrap the stream up. Yesterday I kind of was like, fuck, I should have just kept the short on just to show how much money we could have made, right? Like my count was done, so I just got it. There it is, guys. Eval passed. All right, guys. That's a wrap. Any questions? $5 off. Easy peasy, right? 83 points total. Like, what the fuck? Like, and I only risked $400, 450 or something like that. Very good. To the tick. Like, you guys saw me predict this, right? You saw I predicted it here that it would go there. It goes exactly to where I said it would. Plan all developed before the New York opening and played out just like yesterday. It's not a coincidence, is what I'm trying to get at, guys. It's not a coincidence that I'm calling these markets out ahead of time and they're doing exactly step by step what I say it's going to do. It's practice. Yeah, for sure. Got you, BK. Okay. So, like, if, like, all right, I'll have to do a diagram first for you. So if we have a diagram like this, like let's say price consolidates and then it like drops down really fast. And then it's coming up. And then you have like a bunch of down candles here. This space in between this and here is like open space that needs, it has to be closed in. It will be closed in at some point. And that's what we did here. Same thing. Just think about this and as a consolidation. Price then dropped down quickly, but it never came back to this low right here. So it never came back and tapped into this low. So that's what I mean by open loop. I think a price is like it's in a constant loop where it's going to come up and it's going to close in that loop. So that's why I predicted price would go there. Yeah, really, really. Yeah, redelivery is king. It really is. That's my new saying. I keep it on my chart just to remind myself because sometimes I get wrapped up in like looking at market structure, looking at all this other shit, but it's the redelivery I need to keep my eye on for sure. Yeah, I saw you've been doing the homework. Good for you, man. I like it. And you guys that aren't doing the risk to riches class, guys, it's right here, man. I used to charge a bunch of money for this for everybody, so right here. And I promise you, if you do the homework in here, you watch the video, you study the PDF, you do the homework, it will pay huge dividends, guys, like huge dividends later on. Like huge. Like the time you put into doing the homework, it will pay for itself very quickly. I know it's a pain in the ass. It's the last thing you want to do is like spend an hour annotating your charts and shit, but it pays. It definitely will pay off eventually. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of a nuance, and that's why it's a nuance. There's a lot of nuance to it, and that's why it's hard to like program for a computer. Because I would love to have an indicator do it for us, right? But it's really it's hard to put that into like programming language. It's really nuanced. So like what makes a good balance area, trying to explain that to computer or anything, it's definitely kind of tough. It's something you gotta like just practice and see. Yeah, yeah, see that, yeah. Yeah, this is actually SMC soup here, guys. Actually is. You have a cracking correlation, double top. As soon as it broke this trend line here. Ting, bam. Yeah, it almost makes me nah, I was gonna say I could put on a demo trade here just to show the profit that was gonna be made here. But yeah, fuck the clout. The clout will come. Just for clout, you know. Like yesterday, if I would have just left the contract on and let it go, you know, we top ticked the fuck out of this trade. Like we top ticked it up. We got in right here. Right here was our entry yesterday on stream. Like literally the third candle, the opening was our entry. It would have been, you know, 360 for the gap fill. I think gap fill is somewhere right in this area here. So it would have been to the second gap fill would have been like, I think it's right in this area here. So it would have been like 280 points, you know. Yeah, well, I ain't concerned about it. The snooze, they lose, bro. That's just the way it's gonna be. Because I just know no one else is like calling the market like this. I highly doubt it. I'd be really shocked. So right now it's closing in this loop right here. So just what I explained to you guys, you have a consolidation. This consolidation here has never been tapped into. Price is redelivering back up to here. You have out of this consolidation right here, how many candles in a row do you have? Is there more than 3? If the answer is yes, then price needs to come back there. Price is coming back there to redeliver, especially on ES. It's really, really visible in ES. So there's half back to balance on that. This could be bullish though. Whoa, what is that? It's a weird indicator. I don't know what it is. ICT IPTA. Yeah, so like CJ was saying, we just had a big cracking correlation there. That's a big cracking correlation between the two of those. For the open loop, does it usually only need to touch the bottom of the candle? No, what usually will happen in most situations is you'll get like it's a two-step process usually. So you'll have like consolidation, price drops down away from it, price comes back up, and then it'll like tap the low of it. Like that. Usually it's a little bit deeper, usually it's like that. And then pull back, come back to some area it created in here, because same thing on the way up here, it probably created an inefficiency of some type, and then price will come back, and then and then half back and then down. It's almost like a trap at the same time. Let's check it out. Does that count as expansion and loop up there? 25543. Yeah, it needs to come back up here at some point. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to do it right now though. But yeah, at some point, all these areas will be redelivered to. This is like once support turned resistance, high time frame loop close there on that. Remember, that's how yesterday we planned it out, was that it would come into this area, which is also the daily candles wick low. Came back into there. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at that. That's pretty doji-ish looking. Might be a doji day today. If they're trying to like pull a reversal out of here, and this could close with a doji. We'll have to see. I don't think like how long term. I think we're gonna see more downside price action based off the daily chart. I still think we need to come back down into here. This looks like a broadening formation to me. Oh, there goes Nasdaq pushing up. Yeah, it might be a doji day, guys, today. But we're all done, right? We got it in. That's what's good about the opening like that. Just real quick, doesn't take much to make really good amount of money. So if it does go above this high, you know, there's a chance it might try to put in a failure swing up in this area up here. I'm not really sure I see where ES is reaching for, but see how Nasdaq will just follow ES around? Like ES is already above that high there. It's already pushed way up. And you got Nasdaq just kind of like just chilling there. This is a beautiful balance area trade here too. Beautiful half back to balance there. It's a run on pre-market setup there. Yeah, so now we have another Kraken correlation where ES is yeah, knock on above the previous session. That could be this broadening information too. A lot of ifs, right? Any more questions, guys? Like this is your chance to ask them. Like I try to keep these streams really short and sweet to the point, so get it done. Show you guys that you don't have to be here all day trading. You just get in, get it done, get out. And this eval's passed now, so I think this is only I started on Sunday, so it's only day 2. So I'll probably start another eval tomorrow, maybe. Good question. I'm chilling, bro. Chilling. Cold hard chilling. Might make some content or something, maybe. Yeah, I'll just be cold hard chilling myself. Kicking it with the wife. What are you doing? Making some turkeys and shit? Oh, gotcha. Man, you were so close, dude. I really wish I could go back in time and just like try to convince you not to give up at that point you were at, dude. Yeah, I know, but there was like you were like getting payouts, bro, on the regular, dude. And you were just like, I gotta take a break, man. And I was like, what? Yeah, maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive. I don't know. Well, that's like when you want to put your foot on the gas. I think there was like a seriousness. I guess I could say I could sense a seriousness that you had then that maybe you don't have now. I don't know if you agree. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, you're definitely a good trader, dude. So, oh, is that what did it? Did you have a bunch of money in stocks, and that's kind of like what did it? I could feel you on that. And still having it there. Oh, okay. So you got a bunch of your money like wrapped up in 401k or something. You trade options too, right? No, just regular stocks. I might put on. I traded SPY. I traded SPY a little bit yesterday. I might do that again today. This could be a high time for Mary, and I'm just not seeing it. Uh, make it doesn't fit the criteria. Well, almost. Gotcha. Yeah, me too, bro. With the Trump, you thought the Trump pump was coming, right? Did not happen, dude. Did not happen, bro. I thought it was gonna be like that in crypto. and then it just stalled, dude. Gotcha. Eric, what do you think's happening here, bro? It's a perfect half back to balance right there. It's also lines up with this low pretty well. It's kind of like almost exactly what it did here. It's almost identical kind of structure here we have. Come back to that previous low there. I don't think this might not be a bad short opportunity here. Might be a failure swing. Um, no, I feel you, bro. Yeah, or just separate the two of them, maybe. Because it pays dividend. Like one payout makes up for like who knows how many evals, dude. Gang of them. Top Step did you dirty though too, bro. They also did you hella dirty. They had a like a problem with their system, dude. I don't think it's kind of cool how they did you like that. They froze all your accounts. Yeah. Fuck Top Step, bro. They change the rules in their payout structure every week, so it's like you can't even keep up with them. Is it frozen? Why? What's wrong with it? It won't work at all. He doesn't have the money to fix it. Bet that dude's broke. He's literally gonna have to. He's literally gonna have to go bankrupt or sell his company. Is his two only options he's gonna have. Yeah, I would probably take this short here. Unless it's this area up here. Wait for it to stop one time framing. I think it's $65 right now. That comes with the Wrist Riches mentorship. Check your guys' homework and all that good shit. Um, yeah, pretty low pricing compared to the past. Yeah, I can definitely help you do that. I don't recommend you like copy my trades or anything. I think it's more about learning. But if you do, just just wait and like learn how I exit trades. Because like if you noticed on that trade there, I scaled out. Like I made that trade risk free before it was even like so I entered here at 338, and this is something a lot of people don't do. So 338, I exited, and then I mean I entered and then I exited a one at 315. Damn. Yeah, so I had 17 points of profit on that, 18 points of profit, and I only had like 7 points of risk, 8 points of risk. So I was guaranteed 8 points of profit no matter what. Um, So if you don't do that, like what I'm trying to get at is if you don't like, if you're going to copy my trades and you don't scale out with me, you got a risk of getting blown the fuck up because on a trade I'm going to take a win on, you're going to take a full loss on. And I have no problem with like that second contract, it getting stopped out. It doesn't bother me at all. It happens to me often. And it just is part of my trading. Yeah, it's kind of how you have to be. If you're not yeah, just we don't need the whole move, right? We just need a little bit of it. Especially at the opening here, like when it's really volatile like that, doesn't take much. But without redelivery, you couldn't do this. Like without understanding redelivery like we do, there's no way you could trade this like that. It would be way too dangerous. Like what other strategy would you use here? There's no fair value gaps. There's no inversion fair value gap. There's nothing there that would have got you into the market. that I can see. Other than basic understands a strong high. No H. Yeah, this is true. There's no H on there. Yeah. It does apply. Yeah, it does though. Do you move your stop to break even or one or more? Not very often. Not very often. Because that's what this like. I think you should choose one or the other, like scale out or move your stop. But for me, uh, yeah, it seems to work out better not moving it. I will though if it like gets deep into profit or something like that. But my goal is not to let my stop loss get hit. That's usually my goal. Is to not, I want to get myself out because you guys saw when we started the stream with that gold trade, my stop out was at like 320 or something, would have been a full stop, and it didn't get me out until 550. So that's a like if I would have pushed the exit button myself before it hit my stop, I would have saved myself $200. That's why I like to save my stop. Plus, it just feels better. Yeah, I just leave my full original stop loss where it is most 90% of the time. But I'll still exit the trade. Like, so let's say I had like my stop, it's like right here, right? And then I scale out somewhere in this area here. Let's say a short prices is coming in here, my stop loss, or I guess it'd be like more like this. Yeah, I put my stop there. I scale out. And then as price, like let's say price is coming back up, and as it gets near my stop, I'll just get out, like as it gets close to a couple, like a point or so, just to save that extra. Like, because when it goes through your stop, it doesn't stop you out here. It's more likely to stop you out there when it kind of takes a break. Ooh, we're about to break a strong low here, and about to it's about to give up the goose here, guys. Public. I really like this app. Like this public app, something I like about their buying power is like for options, is that there's not like so let's say most places they're gonna make you with your buying power in a cash account. Like let's say I have $100 on my account, the first option I buy is worth $100, and let's say I exit because I am taking a loss, right? And I exit and I have I exit at negative 25, but has $75 left in my account. I couldn't trade that until the next day, but this public account, they don't do that. It's immediately available for me to trade again, which means you can like cycle your money, and it turns like $100 into a lot more. Because instead, like that was my problem with Webull, is I would know that this is the only trade I could take because I would have no more buying power left, and that would mess with my head a little bit, so I wouldn't want to get out. I don't know if any of you guys experienced this with options trading, but once you're like once you use that money for the day, it's toast. Like you can't do anything with it. So that used to be something that would bother me, but they don't do that, which I really like. Pretty much, it's just like almost like futures kind of. What do they call that? That's T1. So it'd be like T1, I guess is what you call it. Yeah, definitely gonna go shorter SPY options. You know. Kind of expensive right now, though, eh? Yeah, they've been having a lot of issues. I don't know what's up with them, man. I'm not a big fan of Top Step, dude. I just really don't like the dude, man. Just to like imagine that you like start a company with some people and it like find success, and instead of just like breaking bread with them, you screw them over and get them to sign a bullshit with some bullshit that that gets them, that totally just screws them over so they don't get any of the upside with you. Like, who does that, dude? That's the most dirtbag thing I've ever heard of. Like, you already made a bunch of money, bro. Like, you already found success. Like, why you gotta be so greedy, dude? And that's what he did. He like literally made them like, it's almost like some shit you see in a movie where like yeah, just sign this document. Don't like, has them sign it, not realizing that they're signing over their shares of Top Step. So him and two other people started Top Step together, and he just screwed them over. Had them sign away their. I mean, it's their bad, and like if he got them to sign it, like yeah, it's obviously they're stupid for doing that, but they probably weren't expecting it. I would imagine. I just think that's such a savage dirtbag thing to do. That's just not someone I want. I don't want to be trading with. Like, what's he gonna do to me if he's willing to do that to his co-founders? What's he willing to do to people trade for his company? That's just my thoughts on it. I don't super savage. Like cracking correlation there might lead to another push. All right, let me answer the YouTube questions and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, there isn't any. Okay, cool. It makes it nice and easy. I think I may have turned him off. Any other questions, guys? Anything about price action? Any of you guys getting stuck on part of the risk riches course that you want me to touch on? Trying to throw you guys a bone here. I think the course is good, but maybe not that good. Like, yeah, y'all gotta have some questions. All right. Look at this area. Like, look at ES here. Look at this. When ES breaks and it gives up the goose here, it's just gonna be savage drop. Just waiting. That last C, I see you with the 948 Kindle ES sweeping in Q not. What are you expecting to push to take out yesterday's high? Yesterday's high. And that one that happened, hold on, let me reread that. The last, no, not, no. Just because of, well, maybe the market structure did switch there. Not with a gap right here still open. Let's make sure the gap's right. Let's double check this real quick. Because you got to remember, like, redelivery is king, and gaps are the ultimate redelivery. So they're the most inefficient price action can be is a gap because it's no one got to participate in that area. So there's a gap. Yeah, it's still got lots of areas to redeliver down to. Oh yeah, absolutely. I haven't traded the close in a little bit, but yeah, absolutely. Still a valid, very valid strategy. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so NQ already filled its gap. Um, so if we look at ES here, we could say that this move up was just to close in the gap, right? So if you look here, it pretty much perfectly closed in the gap here. So that's probably what that move up was, but if it was like a daily low cracking correlation or something like that, you could look for a bigger move off of that, but don't put too much into the cracks in correlation. Like a reversal will happen from them, but it doesn't mean that it's going to reverse and go, all the way up. But I definitely see why you would expect it's going to go up there at some point. But the market structure, you definitely have an argument there, bro. Like I definitely see why you would think that. I'm trying to think like why I don't think that right now, because I definitely get what you're saying, because the market structure is bullish. Um, so I definitely get a cracking correlation. I definitely get it. But why do I not believe that though? There's something in the chart that I'm seeing that I can't say right now that's telling me that it's going to go lower. I just don't know. I can't figure out what it is. It's a weird thing to say, right? But some instinctual something like yeah, it's hard to explain, man. Yeah, because it did have a switch in market structure. It took out a swing high, a strong high. You have an area above that needs to be redelivered. Yeah, I definitely get why you would say that. Yeah, it might be just the way that price has been, like the structure from the previous day, and how it kind of like how the structure is right now that leads me to believe that it won't go up that high. But no, I don't. No, I don't buy the liquidity net thing. No, no, it's the most liquid market in the world. Yeah, like look how many contracts have been traded today already. Like people are always so obsessed with. There's already been 750,000 contracts traded. Like this market is liquid. Like there's so much liquidity in it. Like that's why I think people are way over focused on the liquidity thing, and like the most liquid market in the world. Like one of them. Like it's like bruh. In terms of monetary value of liquidity, like in terms of dollars moving through hands and that kind of liquidity, bro, like it's a lot of liquidity. Like what's it at right now? 6.8. Yeah, one contract is $344,000. So and then we take times 750K. So today, like, yo, this is so liquid in terms of like money. Like, and I think that's why people get overly focused on like the liquidity thing when like that's the monetary value that's been swapped hands today alone. So, yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not talking to you, just I'm really talking to ICT traders right now. Like, you guys are super focused on the liquidity thing, but there's plenty of liquidity to go around. Like, how much money do you think needs to move hands right now, guys? Like, you think someone needs to run a high right now for what? For how much more money, bruh? Like, what do you think? Billionaires are just swapping out their whole fucking net worth and like, it's just not like it just doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, I think that's why you don't see that kind of um in this market. I'm not saying in any like I'm not saying like so you could go to Forex or something. That's the whole different deal. There's like a limited supply of money, and um the central banks have to move a lot of money around. So then it makes sense for them to be an algorithm that's causing price to go above highs, to take them out, to run stops, to get liquidity. Then it totally makes sense. But this is not the central bank trading. This is people trading, institutions, and there's only so much money to go around, right? Like no one's got that kind of money. Yeah, I just think it's logic, dude. It's all about redelivery, participation, fair participation. But I do think though that if like a previous day's lows ran and NQ doesn't do it, like the cracking correlation with the previous days, that's important. In sessions definitely is important too. Um, yeah, like you guys saw the reversal off the low here, when ES took out that out. So you guys saw what happened there. There's like it definitely caused a major reaction, right? And when it took out went all the way back up and took out the high, closing the gap. NQ did not take out this low here. Yes, did definitely caused a major reaction from there, right? Like there's no denying that. The people say that. I don't know if that's true, bro. You think that's true? It could be true. I don't know, man. I do believe edges work when they don't have anyone trading them. They work better when there's less people trading them. So you might be right, man. I don't. It was just really weird. I don't know if you guys were there. I don't know if you guys were there when I came up with that strategy, but it worked. We like tracked it on YouTube, doing YouTube live streams for like, uh, it worked for over a month every day. It worked beautifully, no losses. When I made that first video, there was literally only one loss that I've ever taken on that strategy. And then the day I put the video out on YouTube, it didn't work for like a week straight. So I think it's just the stats catching up to it. But yeah, it's I still fuck with it when I'm looking at it. Kind of a shitty close here yesterday. Let's check it out. Yeah, this isn't a very didn't print yesterday. That's for sure. Kind of a shitty close there. If you used EES with it, yeah, it didn't print there and nothing happened. The good thing about it is it doesn't, most of the time it will keep you out of the bad trades, right? Which is a good thing. So it printed huge here. Like you got big move up. It's your 4 p.m. candle high. Just using one time frame, and you stayed into there, 72 points. But that's not like every day. It doesn't do that. Yeah, they could be. I don't know. It was just either a really, it's just probably a coincidence. I think. Yes, there it worked. I don't know if ES printed with it though. The strategy is without ES, it's the win rate sucks. If you're not watching both of them, yeah. So there. You gave you 20 points. Yeah, it's definitely still viable, but it works better in a downside market. So if the market's moving down, it works a lot better because the volatility is higher. And when the 4 p.m. candle is smaller, it works better, obviously. It looks like it may have worked there, but I don't know if ES would have printed on this one. Yeah, nah, it didn't work on that time because he only got 12 points. The minimum's 20. This one you would have got triggered to the downside, took a loss. Yeah, so you see, like I think in these situations, like on this day, let's see, December 8th. I wonder if ES went to print it on the day. No, it did. Yeah, so you would have taken a loss on that one for sure. Any other questions, guys? Yeah, those are good questions. So it definitely looks like my puts are going to pay off here. Just need ES to take it to the promised land, and yeah, ES is going to fill this gap. So remember, I would keep this on your guys' chart too. Like this will remind you, like put this on your chart. Redelivery is king. Keep it there just to remind you like the way you should focus on it, because it's really easy to get distracted and start like trying to do other things, looking for other things. There's a million strategies and a million different things to do. So you definitely have this area here, which definitely needs to be redelivered too. All right, I'll give you guys like 1 minute to think of some more questions, or else we'll wrap it up. Anyone else here trade options? You okay? So there's some of you guys, yeah, it is for me. Futures are definitely easier. Yeah, we could do it. We could talk about the options, bro. So NQ is so far away to ES, almost double bottoming. It is just lagging. You think? That could. I like how you see. You're already trying to. I like the way you're thinking, CJ. You're already. Your name is CJ, right? I would assume. Uh, I like how you're thinking though, because you're already seeing that Nasdaq's lagging, and because it's lagging, it could end up double bottoming down here. Like it's good thinking. Do you guys trade SPY, or do you guys trade I don't know, SPX, or you trade like other stocks too? A little bit of everything. Nice, nice. Mostly tech. Yeah, you can't beat the tech stocks with options, bro. Are you trading like Nvidia? I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. Nvidia. Oh, okay. Like, so you got like a whole strategy going. Okay. Yeah, I think they would work. I think they would work. I've been experimenting with this there's this crypto platform I trade on that just added um we can check it out right now actually. That just added a bunch of stock stuff, which is kind of neat. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, so now we'll see if does the Nasdaq take it out, or does it it is coming into the gap fill right as NQ's coming in here. So you can kind of see how you can like what CJ was trying to do is like front run the SMC soup happening here possibly. Nope, gave it up. Boom. Do they? Yeah, a lot of places do that. There was a what was the I can't remember the name of the first one that I was trading on that offered options on it. It was kind of neat. I like decentralized platforms though, personally, just because of taxes. Because you can make a lot of money really easily with these platforms if you know what you're doing. Yeah, so these guys just offered yeah, QQQ, Navita. Let's check it out. I just want to see if it the strategies would work. It looks like it to me, man. There's half back to balance right there. Yeah, like it looks like it. Nice, bro. Let's go. You didn't, yeah, no, you should be happy, dude. Good move, dude. That's what I'm talking about, CJ. Nice, dude. Nice. Don't now you need to chill for the day. And that's the hard part. Or maybe not. You know, it's up to you. That's on you. I shouldn't have said that. Many a times that I've ran up an account in a single day. That's a good thing about Take Profit Trader, man. So you don't get punished for trading well. You get rewarded, which is rare in the prop firm space. Super rare. Yeah, so they got the tech stocks thing. Let's take a look. They're all dropping too fast to get into, though. Oh, did you? Okay. Hey, at least it wasn't refunded. Okay, so you got like a right at the Asia session low there. See, what they're doing right now is they're creating this. What they're going to do is they're going to create. Is that a broad? This is a broadening formation, though. So yeah, it's a straight broadening formation. Right? You got higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. Is it going to try to come all the way back up again? I don't think so. But so right around 10, like the turnaround times I have where market's likely to turn around is 10:45 to 11:15. You usually get a reversal in that time frame there, which will be your afternoon rally is usually going to take place in that time. Not always, but a good majority of time. Like you see right here, there's your afternoon rally. And then 1 p.m. Usually tends to continue back in the original direction. Not always, but most of the time. Yeah, there it is happening again. It starts reversing around that time. Yeah, this is actually perfect. So you have the turnaround time right here starts at about 11:15. Then you get the rally up, and then the reversal happens about 1 p.m. It's afternoon rally right here. And then this is it going back in the original direction it was going. Yeah, so it's not a macro. Like a lot of people are like, it's just a macro, but it's really not, dude. Because I'm looking for in a specific window of time, like a specific 30-minute window, I'm looking for an exact thing to happen. Like I'm not looking for it to do something. I'm not looking for it just to do anything. I'm looking for it to start reversing. And then it's only an hour out of the full day. It's not on the top of every hour. Yeah, so 12:45 to 1:15. You get the start of the reversal. Hey, what's up, Beans? You're late. Did you? No, I feel you, dude. Like you don't gotta say nothing to me, bro. See a nice loop close there. All right, let's see if this shit works on stocks. I'm not sure how the leverage is gonna work out. They let you have 1,000x leverages is crazy. I don't think that's needed. But if you had a small account, you could like with the leverage like that, it's really, really doable. So there's halfback. Overshot it. Maybe it's the doji. Yeah, we got blasted on that. Yeah, it doesn't work very well if the indices are still pumping. Yeah, so I put up $38 and they gave me I don't know how that adds up to $18,000 worth of position size. I don't know how that math works out there. um no, I guess it does, yeah. So you keep the profits on that pretty much. They take a fee obviously, but definitely makes a small account not such an issue. But it also, if I price goes up to right there, I get stopped out for 100% loss. Uh, I get hit at I get hit up by both those companies. Are those good companies? I get hit up to then do partnerships with them like on the weekly. Are those decent companies? You traded with them? If they are, I might take their partnership serious. All right, it's already doubled up pretty much right there. Super like this is like no joke, guys. I don't recommend you do it because most people are going to lose money trading it. But if you can trade, I don't know of a more efficient way of making money with cash, a cash account. Like it's almost like fucking like sometimes it's unbelievable. Like I'll just come in here, put in like $50 and turn it into 150 and just like walk away. And I do that like every day. And like that $100 like adds up pretty quickly, $100 a day. Like it's really easy to do. If you can trade, like if you can't, you're just gonna lose your money very quickly. But if you can, like I really don't know of like a quicker way. And I'm not even using all the leverage. It's a double-edged sword though, because if you don't, like forewarned, like I'm not saying you should do it, I'm just saying that it's a decentralized crypto platform that they added stocks and indices and shit. So I only put up $38. They gave me 19,000 to trade with. Let's cut it right there. Yeah, I recommended this like last summer, not this summer, but the summer before that. There was one of these platforms that were doing rewards for trading, and like I was literally getting like $6,000 to $12,000 just like cash back for trading on their platform. So even if you lost money, it was like risk free, and I tried to get everyone to do it. Um, I don't think really anybody joined with me though, but then I would have recommended it because even if you lost money, you would get it back. But it's really dangerous because obviously you can lose the money. Um, yeah, easy. I can withdraw it right now. It's instantaneous. Done. Does the liquid equities follow the CME model for redelivery to balance areas? liquid equities for follow those. Yeah, that's what I'm not really sure on that. Well, I can't say that 100% they are, but I feel like they are. But yeah, I'm not 100 on that, man. We'd have to look at them. I'd have to study them to see if they do. I would assume so. Like I see it being adopted. It's definitely been the algorithm's definitely been adopted in crypto. The major crypto like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. I definitely see it there because the redelivery on Bitcoin is just as good as Nasdaq, if not better sometimes. The way the algorithm operates, but as far as the stocks, I would have to look at them, man. I would believe so. I would think so, but I'm not 100. I know Forex acts way different. It definitely has a different the way it redelivers a little bit different. It's a little bit more choppy and a little bit nastier. As far as the stocks though, I'm not sure. You'd have to watch it and see. I would think it would be though. But with all the gaps, it's really hard to say. I guess the best thing to look at like this right here. Like right here's a I can't really ask for a better example of that. Let's see. It comes back with a double tap. Eh, it almost got there, but it's not as precise, right? Definitely something I will be looking into because shit if they are. Yeah, like that's half back to balance right there. Yeah, it's perfect half back to balance. So far from what I see, I would say yes. But are we gonna get another leg down here? Is it? Is it gonna do it? At that area and then that loop close on ES is the next stop. This gap here could be filled too. So there's that loop close. Definitely below yesterday's low now. Any other questions, guys? You guys have good questions. Yeah, but if you guys are interested in trading, I don't get anything from it. But if you guys want, I could show you guys how to trade on here and like how to set it up. If you guys are interested. But just be forewarned. Like I don't want to like one thing I kind of made a mistake when I first found about this shit. I was really excited about it, and I kind of like maybe I pushed it a little bit too much, and some people lost some money, and I probably didn't do probably didn't warn people enough of the risks of it. So I just want to make sure like you guys know like it's highly likely you're gonna lose your money, and it's not easy by any means. Just want to make that super clear. Yeah. All right. I can do that. All right, let's wrap it up, guys. My voice is starting to go out, so appreciate you guys. How'd you do today, Eric? Is he still on here? I left. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you guys got here late, I'll put the recording in the recorded section. It'll be in the free section for everybody. Yeah, it'll be right here. Watch the first 20 minutes of the stream. We go through, we find the levels, right? We go through, find the levels. We fucking plan it out. Did exactly what I said it would do. Exactly. Like it played out exactly as I said it would. So I would go back and watch that, watch how I found the levels, like review that. And even if you watched it, I would probably go back, watch it again. Yeah. To the tick, did exactly what it said it would. Yeah, I'm definitely planning on it, CJ. Yeah. I still want to throw in some Asia session in there because I don't want to leave like a lot of people may have joined because of the Asia session because I'm like the only person that streams it. So I definitely need to figure out a way to mix it in. So it's fair for everybody, but it's definitely the way I'm gonna level up. So um yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right, guys, appreciate you guys. And if you're interested in joining, you can come up to the upgrade to VIP, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Hey, what up? Any questions? Anyone watching right now have any questions? Yo, what up, Bill Jeff? Drop it like it's hot. Super gay.